Hey, this is Thad Joyner, and you're listening to What Thad Thinks, the one and only podcast on the interweb focused solely on what I think. Proud that you're listening today. We are powered by Better Beans Branding, your one-stop shop for commercial and residential design, graphics, branding, construction, and remodel. Yes, capable of everything. Thank you for listening.
Hey, and welcome to What Thad Thinks, your favorite podcast. A little special episode today. At long last, like everything Neel does, it was super slow. But this is a special edition of What Thad Thinks, powered by Better Beans Branding. And I want to thank all of our loyal listeners. Got some more messages this week from a few people that just said, hey, look, please keep up the podcast, keep up the content. We really do need to get as much content up for you small business owners out there as we can. And we're committed to continue doing that. But today is a fun episode. At long last, we are not a TV production company, but we did finally get a fantastic take on our Survivor Challenge for Neel. It is up, and as soon as you get done watching this, it will queue up for you. So I hope you enjoy it as much as we did building it up and making it. And so, hey, Neel, I don't often ask you this, but what do you think? What do you got?
Man, I'll tell you what, I would do it again. And I think it went fantastic.
You would not do it again.
I would do it again with some changes.
Today?
No, it's too cold today.
Man,
I'll tell you what, I lucked out with the weather.
You absolutely lucked out with weather. We picked the perfect time of year in Georgia, mid-October, for you to take that. So it's only taken from October to January to get this up. So a little over 3 months.
Well, we need to probably recap what the heck happened, like what the whole start of this whole thing was.
I don't think we should recap much. I mean, people know if they've downloaded it. I mean, I don't want to give it away, but the bottom line was this: if you remember, $5,000 to Neel. He got 10 items, got dropped in an unknown place to him in the woods with no cell phone. Nothing electronic, no lighters. You got to pick 10 items, no food, no water. What?
No food.
Yeah, no food, no water. Good luck. And I will tell you all, pay close attention to what he brought. And yeah.
You have to go ahead and admit to the viewing audience that you pretty much, you trapped me on a couple things.
What did I trap you on?
Well, everybody's going to see my method of tote. My method of carry was.
What do you mean? That's not a trap. You did it.
I did it, but I did it at your encouragement of that, that, hey, listen, just bring it all in this and we'll figure out how to get it out there.
Oh, no. That is not what I said. No, what happened was you showed up with 10 items. I will tell the viewing audience this. He literally showed up with 10 items, and most of them still had the tags on in the wrappers and all packed into a cardboard box. That was not advice from me. You were not trapped. That was just pure dumbness. You were lucky I helped you.
You did help me. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no. I mean, I will tell you, I love the quality of the video. Very well done. But let's be honest. I think I was not brought in on the editing process. And this shined a very bright light on you as very complimentary, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
It did not show the fear. It did not show the inadequacies. It didn't show the inadequacies. Most of the comedy, in my opinion, was lost.
You're saying I edited it out.
You did.
Censorship.
You did. It's a hot topic in this country. It's a hot topic on how this was shaped, because this made you, I mean, in many ways appear to be way more competent than you are or were.
Well, I'm sure that as the years pass and you and I look back on those days, the stories will kind of grow in different ways. And so I'm hoping my competency will grow too.
I have the unedited videos, and I think I'm going to start releasing some of those. I have saved them. So I will start, every time that you start to try to flex again, like you just did, randomly show some non-flexing moments. Like, how did the snake not make the video? Like, that's crazy. Like, how did that not make it? Seriously, how did that not make it? You were squirming like a girl.
Whoa.
You almost quit before we start over the snake.
Yeah, snakes.
Yeah, but how did it not make the video? Like that?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. It's possibly the video quality.
I'm not sure. What are you talking about?
The video quality of that clip may not have just met the standards.
Oh, yeah. It didn't meet the standard. Like, let's take everything out that would be possibly embarrassing to me and give Thad only one little, a couple little moments. Yeah, that's what it was. I know what y'all's editing standard was. I will be more involved in the editing process next time. I will not delegate that to you.
Okay.
Our next challenge will be announced here in the next month or so. And,
you're putting it out. Okay.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and put it out. We already have, Neel and I, we've already decided that's the next challenge. We're going to go ahead and put it out there in the next few episodes to let you know. And along the way, I will be releasing shots of Neel's last challenge that I edit.
That's
what, fair?
No.
Honest? This podcast is all about being honest to small business.
Fair and honest and imbalanced, highly weighted to one side.
Yes.
Okay. Well, as long as we all agree and our audience understands that, so good.
All your little fans that feel sorry for you out there.
Why do you have to call our people little? Like, just because they're on my side of the
all
accounting.
Your little fans out there that were
like
worried about you and texting me constantly while you were gone. Like, is he okay? You got to tell us, is he alive? I mean, all these guys that were out there that wanted you to get your chance. This video is their opportunity to be proud of you.
Hey, I want to personally thank all three of them. And I hope that I lived up to your expectations of me.
Hey, enjoy the video and tune in for all of our podcasts. Make sure you subscribe. Appreciate it, Neel. And good job lying to the audience. See you later.
Bye.
Got dropped off in the woods, and I was looking forward to it, excited about it, thought I was going to beat it, really knew I was going to beat it, and it was amazing for me mentally. It was a great challenge. I was excited to do it. So the bet was $5,000 if I could last 48 hours in the woods by myself, no food, no fuel, and only 10 tools. I got to pick what I wanted to take with me. The woods of South Georgia in the middle of the fall. I'm not sure that I would do it again, but it was something that I looked forward to and tried to prepare for. There's no doubt in my mind that I was going to make it and win the money. So as I was building the shelter, I had been thinking all along about my biggest fears. It's dentists, snakes, and spiders. during the process of building my shelter, I came into like 3 inches of what in my mind was probably a tarantula.
I came pretty close to my face with it, but we're working on avoiding it altogether.
Well, like I was convinced for sure that I was gonna have to find a way to eat. I watched a YouTube video on how to skin a squirrel because I thought for sure that that might be the thing that I could do and feel comfortable with mentally. My weapon of choice, and I decided to opt for the bow and arrow. I spent a little bit of time looking for or listening for movement of squirrels. I never saw one.
I have now climbed all the way up the hill and have walked past it to find absolutely nothing. Oh, you hear that? Maybe I can get my bow and arrow out. That sounds like dinner.
But I think more than eating, I was pretty concerned with getting to be able to drink something. I brought this thing called a life straw with me.
That's good news. There's my drinking water.
I was gonna also boil that water. And so that meant I had to start a fire. I had worked to set a fire a couple of different times and use the tools that I brought. I brought a fire starter, like a ferro rod and a flint, and tried to light it several times. And I was a pretty big failure at that.
So I've given up on maybe looking for rocks to find, to build a fire ring. I think I'll do that tomorrow. I think when I got dropped off, it was probably like 3 or 3:30. That puts me probably 3 or 4 hours from dark, which means I've got to get a house and kind of know my surroundings.
If there was ever a pass test on this whole thing, I would tell you that it was how well I built my shelter. Like I studied designs and books and wrote down notes and tried to figure out what tools I was going to use in my wheelhouse. And I brought a tarp and I used it to string up basically my own homemade tent or cover, under which I put a hammock, which got me off the ground and kept me warm.
So it's starting to get dark. Sun's, I wouldn't say dark, but it's starting to certainly go down to sunset. I have gotten the hammock. You see it over there. We'll see if it works tonight. So I've got the hammock and have strung up a tarp around it. Little stake in the ground, kind of like the umbrella at the beach. And hopefully that holds it up above me for a while. I'm gonna try to wait out and see what happens in the dark next. So, holy mackerel, you guys gotta see this. You have got to see the size of this bird. Wow. If I only had a bow and arrow ready. Guys, look at that, look at that, look at that.
So as I'm sitting out there in the dark, it almost feels like all the noises you hear get louder and louder.
I'm starting to hear little noises here and there.
There were definitely noises near me. Every rustle of leaf, you think a kidnapper's coming around the corner, or a bear or a wolf or a whatever.
I don't know. I'm starting to feel like this is crazy.
And yet I never could see anything. Like I never saw a squirrel.
Oh, hear that?
I probably created in my mind a time or two where I even probably heard some howling like coyotes.
"36 hours in, I saved you. Would you have made it with no food? I mean, the food and water for the next day?"
No, or the dark. It's cold.